In this video, I will be giving my predictions for the 2024-25 NFL playoffs. Before I even start, I will just say one thing. I still think the NFL playoffs, I know some people wanted to go back to 6 teams. I still believe the NFL playoffs should finally go to 8 teams because you should not. I understand that you had the best record, and you still should be rewarded for by having the number one seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs, where everybody has to come to your house. But I don't think you should automatically not have to play in the first round and automatically be moved to the second round. Like, if you're the best team, prove it by playing every round and beating everybody. You shouldn't automatically go to the second round just because you have the number one seed. Yes, having the number one seed should give you home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but not an automatic advancement in the playoffs. So I'm going to start off by saying this. I am a Broncos fan. So with that being said, I'm going to make a prediction as a fan, and I'm going to make a prediction as a fan of football, not just as a Bronco fan. So I'm going to do the Broncos first. So with that being said, if I'm just going strictly off of how do I think the Broncos will do, the Broncos have a problem with quick receivers. I haven't really watched any Buffalo Bills. I know Amari Cooper. I'm not worried about Amari Cooper. The other receivers, if the Broncos can't guard them, then Buffalo will win. But I think the Broncos can easily go into Buffalo and beat Buffalo. Like, I think they can contain Josh Allen and beat Buffalo in Buffalo and go to the next round. Baltimore is going to kill Pittsburgh. And the Chargers, I feel, are going to run all over Houston. Now, in the divisional round, I don't care if it's Buffalo or Denver who wins. I think the Chiefs lose their very first game. The Broncos can easily beat the Chiefs. They should have been the first team to beat them this year, if not for that blocked field goal, which the Broncos fixed that problem. Baltimore and the Chargers played a close game this year. But if they play again, I just think Baltimore just beat the Chargers by at least 10 points. Now, I can say this after we've already lost to Baltimore. The Broncos, I don't think, have a chance of beating Baltimore, even though the reason why they lost the first game against Baltimore is because of Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is not playing today against Pittsburgh. So if he's hurt for an additional amount of time, if the Broncos make it to Baltimore, maybe Broncos have a chance. But from the last matchup, the Broncos won no problem with Baltimore. Now, if I go the other route and Buffalo beats Denver, I feel like Buffalo beat Denver in this situation. Then again, Baltimore just blows out Pittsburgh. And then the Chargers blow out the Texans. I feel like the Texans will lose by at least 10 to 13 points. Even though at home, that's the reason why I don't feel like they need to change the seedings. Just because you win a trash division does not mean you should host a playoff game. Again, I think whoever wins, Kansas City will lose that first game they play. Whether it's against the Broncos or the Chargers, I feel like the Chiefs will lose that game. Buffalo and Baltimore will be a good game, but I just see Baltimore. Baltimore is just too much for anybody right now. So, unfortunately, I feel like Baltimore will go to the Super Bowl. Even though I'll be rooting for the Broncos, I feel like Baltimore will make it to the Super Bowl no matter who's in the AFC. Unfortunately, even though I would prefer it be the Broncos, if the Chiefs, Broncos, Bills, or Chargers meet the Ravens, I feel like the Ravens beat all of them. The Ravens are just playing too well right now for anybody in the AFC to beat them. Now, the NFC possibly could beat them. Now, speaking of the NFC, the Eagles in Green Bay, I don't know if Green Bay will be able to pull off what they did against Dallas last year, so I'm going to pick Philadelphia. Tampa Bay against Washington is a toss-up, but I feel like Tampa's going to win that. Even though Minnesota was 14-3, I feel like the Rams can beat Minnesota. If Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford could get hot, I feel like they can be. And then they'll be in LA too. I feel like they can beat Minnesota. Now, this could be like the Rams and the Lions have been playing each other lately these past few years. This could really be a toss-up game because all the games come down. Philadelphia, I feel like they'll beat Tampa Bay. The Lions have beat the Rams, but I feel like the Rams can stick with the Lions. But I feel like Philadelphia go get their payback against Tampa Bay when Tampa Bay beat them, last year, the year before last? Detroit and Philadelphia. This will be a great game. I just feel like Detroit, it's just too much firepower right now for Detroit. Even though they have a lot of injuries and stuff, Detroit is just still moving at a different level than everyone else other than maybe the Ravens. So I feel like it's going to be the Ravens against the Lions in the Super Bowl. And that one, I don't know. I think the Lions can beat the Ravens. Bro, like I said, I don't. That'll be a good game. But let me know in the comment section who and what are your predictions for the playoffs. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment. More videos coming soon. Tracy out. Peace.